guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Tori Lynn. Let's blossom today. With the start of October means the start of Halloween, and I'm a big Halloween fan. I love Halloween. I love the colors and the candy, and I don't know, I just think Halloween's so fun. So I thought we could kick off the month with my first makeup tutorial being a candy corn inspired makeup look. So I've got this orange, yellow, and white eye look. I think this look is so fun. So if you guys want to see what I used and how I created this, a really pretty, super fun candy corn eye look, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's just jump into the video. Okay, I'm just going to get started by getting my hair pinned up here out of the way. I've got my skincare and everything already, just like I typically do. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and throw my foundation and all of that off camera, so we can go ahead and jump into the eyes. I feel like that's like the main part of the video. We don't really need to see me put on my foundation and stuff. I will tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the only foundation that I have like shades that work for me right now. I still have to mix two shades, but I'm like right in between my summer tan and my winter paleness. And so I'm going to use the Anastasia Luminous Foundation. I love this foundation. It lasts super duper well through a long day. It is not 100% transfer proof, but it really is transfer resistant. It's probably one of the best foundations I found for that. It lasts through mask wearing really well. It's like my favorite foundation right now, and like I said, I have shades that are both kind of my paler shade and my tanner shade. This is one of the only few foundations that I have both that I can mix to get me a good foundation match right now. So I'm going to wear this, and then I'm going to conceal using my Juvia's Place foundation. I'm going to go ahead and throw all that on. I'm actually going to throw my brows on as well, because I usually do that off camera anyways. And I'm going to use the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Latte. I'm going to get all that on, and I'll be right back so we can jump into the eyes and have some fun. Alright, the brows are on, my skin is done, so let's jump into the eyes. I want to start by grabbing an orange shade, and I'm going to use the Doe Color Soul Stone palette. This is from a collection of palettes that are inspired or designed off the Marvel Infinity Stones. I think I want to go in and grab this really pretty kind of slightly burnt orange. Nice pretty color, and I'm going to work that shade. This is going to be kind of like the crease shade, but I'm going to work it up above my crease, especially because I have hooded eyes and we're going to be doing a bit of a cut crease today. So I'm going to start it in my crease, and then I'm just going to work it up from there, and I'm going to work it all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. Nice windshield wiper motions, bringing it up towards the brow and nice and soft. I'm just going to keep going in and layering in more and more pigment down, because I want this to be fairly heavily pigmented. And I think I'm actually going to dip into the bright orange color just a little bit, just like a little bit of tapping right into that shade, just to add a little extra pigment there, just to brighten it just a hair. Yeah. Just adds a little more pop to that orange. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of draw the corner out just a little bit. Out towards the tail of the brow. Just going to draw that out there. Perfect. That looks so good. So I'm going to go ahead and set that palette down. I'm going to go in and do a cut crease on the lid. I have not done a cut crease in a hot minute, so I'm hoping this goes okay. Just going to take my Tarte Shape Tape and a nice concealer brush. I'm going to dip into my Shape Tape. I'm actually just going to put some on the back of my hand. That way I don't have to keep dipping into the brush or onto the doe foot applicator there. And I'm going to then rub my brush into the product. Now that I'm here about ready to do this, I'm like, why am I doing this? I haven't done a cut crease in so long. I'm not prepared for this. So, and then typically what I do is I just go and I put some concealer right on the lid. And then I open up my eye, look straight forward, look dead ahead, open it up, and then close my eye again. You can see where that concealer laid. That creates a line for you to kind of follow. Haven't done a cut crease with lash extensions on. I'm so scared I'm gonna get concealer on my lashes. Stressing me out here. I think I need to switch to a smaller brush just because I'm worried about getting on my lashes. If I wasn't worried about getting my lashes, that brush is usually what I use. All the way out. You can see it basically comes to the corner of my eye, and then I'm going to taper it down toward the lash line. Like it's gonna get a little bit of an angle to it. So they're a little messy, not quite perfect, but like I said, I haven't done a cut crease in so long that I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. I will accept it. So now I want to go ahead and grab the Mind Stone palette. That is the yellow palette in that same collection. And I think I'm going to mix this kind of orangey yellow and this super bright yellow. And I want to mix the two because I think this one's just too bright and this one's too orange. And I'm going to pop this shade right on the outer portion of the cut crease. Right on the outer half here. And I'm kind of working to be careful at the top that I place it just right along the edge. But then once I get to this outer corner, I am kind of feathering it just a little bit. I kind of want them to blend slightly. Just so it doesn't look like I have like this line of concealer, if that makes sense. Now I want to go in and add like just a super bright white shimmery shade right on that remaining portion of the cut crease. I pulled out two shades that I'm kind of debating between. I'm not quite sure which one's going to work best. It's got concealer all over this palette lid. I should probably wipe the back of my hand off. So the first one being this super white shimmery shade from the Jeffree Star Cremated palette. The shade is called Diamond Ashes. So I want to start with that shade and see how it covers. If it doesn't cover enough, we'll go to the other shade. So I'm going to go in and pop that right on to that concealer. Now the issue with this shade is it is kind of a foil shade, and so it technically applies best with the finger, but I want to be a little more precise than that, so I'm doing the best I can using a brush. I do know that spraying your brush down with some setting spray, especially the Max Fix Plus spray, will help, but I'm not going to do that. I think the shade's doing it just fine. Okay, and I am going to kind of feather it over that line of the yellow, just to kind of marry those two shades together. I have Somewhere Only We Know by Keen stuck in my head, and I can't get it out. I like the song, it's a good song, don't get me wrong, but it's just been stuck in my head. And I actually think, now that I'm looking at it, because I kind of did the same thing, did it add a little bit of a diagonal, I think I'm going to go just along the top of that cut crease, bring the white shimmery shade back just a little bit extra. Just like that. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. And when you open your eye, especially like I have hooded eyes, you're going to be able to see it a little bit more. That's so fun. Can't decide if I want to use this shade for my inner corner or not. I feel like this shade might be too intense for an inner corner. But you know, let's just do it anyway. Like, why not? It's a little intense, but it's fun. So I'm going to go back into the yellow shade, and I'm going to mix the two again. And I'm going to pop that right under the lower lash line. It's kind of fun. The under eye smoke almost kind of fades from an orange into the yellow. Oh, I love that. Okay, so originally I was thinking about throwing on a nice winged liner, but I don't really feel like it needs it. Like, honestly, I think it's okay without. I definitely need to brush my lashes because they are doing all kinds of wild, crazy things. But I think with a good pair of lashes, it doesn't need winged liner. Now, if you want to do winged liner, I'd say go for it, but I don't think I'm going to today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly finish up my skin and finish off this look so you guys can see the finished product, and I will be right back. So my skin is now finished. I got everything done. I just set it with some Maybelline Fit Me and bronzed up with some Hoola bronzer. And then for highlight, I used my Mary Luminizer from the Balm because she's beautiful. And then to top it off, I blushed up with some Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Risque. I think this is a beautiful nude blush. Just adds a pop of color to the cheeks, but isn't too much. And then to finish off the entire look, I added a super simple nude lip. I used the combination of this Sephora lip liner in the shade Nude Beige and this NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Satin Ribbon. Super pretty. I might throw a little gloss on it later. Haven't decided yet if it needs to be glossy or not. But I love how simple the lip is because I feel like it really draws the attention up to the eyes, which are so fun, so pretty, and like such a fun Halloween eye. Like the perfect candy corn inspired eye, and I love it. Let me know what you guys think about this look down below, and give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.